Okay, g'day again. Right, we're back on the boat, the King Billy pine boat, dinghy, whatever you want to call it. Just want to do a quick video. Just want to show you something. I should have actually, I can show you here. See the gaps between the timber? Okay, I've already sanded across here, and because they're all sort of different levels. Timber does that over time. So this is how we're getting around the gaps. I've run the sander across these seats, and I've collected the wood dust out of it. Now I'm getting the wood dust and just rubbing it into these gaps. Okay, it's falling out of that one. Because there's a vertical gap. And just push it in. Wedge some of it in there. I have this habit lately of watching what I'm doing instead of looking at where the camera's pointing. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so we just get it. A bit more in there. Just rub it into the gaps. Alright, so what I'll do now, and I've done the same on this one. This one's see, you fill it in and then you lacquer over it. This has already had one coat of lacquer, and these splits here were still pretty prevalent, so I've sort of gone over it again. And fill them in. But you can see on here, it's pretty rough. It's got to be sanded again, and that'll get another 2 or 3 coats of lacquer yet. But as you can see, it's filled in the gaps, and I mean, you can still see the gaps were there, but that doesn't stand out. Like if you put a wood putty in there, it'd stand out that you'd puttied it. So there's a couple of little spots just there. I'll rub a bit more in. And I'll lacquer it again, and I'll sander it, and then I'll lacquer it again once or twice. And, it's all the same up here. This has already had one coat of lacquer, and I'm refilling it with the sawdust. The other thing I was going to show you, remember earlier in this video where I had to punch these copper nails in, and because the boat was upside down then, I couldn't actually, I could have crawled on the ground and had a look up underneath, but yeah, most of these copper nails were just bent over, and yeah, it's knocked a little bit of the timber and putty, because most of them had putty over them, and but yeah, most of them are still below the surface, so I'll be able to quickly run over them with a bit of putty, just fill them. I won't even bother sanding it or anything. I just wipe it in, scrape it over and paint over it. But yeah, so a couple of them were a bit high, and I don't know if we can actually pick that up with the camera, but there's a couple along here. Yeah, I can't see the camera to see what I'm looking at. But yeah, so anyway, this one, these two are two of the ones that were sticking up high, and so like this is the end of it. This is where it comes through the timber. So what I did was I got a punch on this end and pushed it that way, knocked it that way, and yeah, stopped it. Yeah, pushing like if you just hammer straight on, it's just going to push the pin back out the other side. So I had to do that on quite a few of them. I did actually disturb the outside, well, 2 or 3. So yeah, I'll have to touch that up. But yeah, most of them, well, because I didn't do all of them, but yeah, most of the ones that were sticking out too far, I've managed to bend over without knocking them back through the outside, and yeah, that's what I was hoping for. So yeah, I've got away with that. I wish the whole boat was painted. I don't think I'll ever take on a lacquered boat again. This is the first time I've done tried to restore a lacquered boat. Yeah, it's just an absolute pain in the bum because everything is visible. Everything you do to it, every bit of putty, every bit of wear, everything is visible and you can't really hide it. So, that's why I made the decision to stop trying to make it new and just allow it to look antique, to show its wear. So even on the gunnels here, there's a few places here where it's all worn down. It's all worn down on here. So I've just cleaned it up a little bit with the emery, and then I've gone over the other side so it looks similar. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think it'd look even more bodgy, Like here's a pretty big chunk of wear. If I try and fill that, you'll see it. It'll look filled. So I'm sort of of the opinion now it'd look better to just leave it, just lacquer over it and leave it with its wear. And yeah, as for the white inside, it's not a drama. As I said, white bit of putty over it, just probably a bit of car putty or something, and paint over it, you won't have to see it. Easy fixed. There's that split that I splined a piece of quad into because it didn't come right to the surface, and yeah, this is a bit of a strength issue here, so I'm going to fill that with epoxy. I'll get some talc. I'll mix it with the epoxy I've got left and fill that with an epoxy talc. And, that way it'll be strong. It'll be stronger than what the actual timber was to begin with. So yeah, but it's I wouldn't just go putting car putty in that. That's got to be that's a strength issue. So yeah, epoxy bonds very well the timber, and it's actually stronger than the timber. So yeah, it does a very sufficient repair. Yeah. This bit over here where I put the big plank in the back of it. Yeah. Needs a little more sanding. Yeah, that's all solid as. I had a tarp over this. I tipped it up, put it on the trail like it is, put a tarp over it. It was over it for about a week. When I took it off, the boat was half full of water, like it was up to like the second plank here, right across. So it was all full of water, and which was a pain. I'd take it back off the trail, I'd tip it out, and I'm still actually waiting for that to dry out so that I can finish doing there. That's why I'm doing the gunnels at the moment. I'll get a fire going tonight. Hopefully by tomorrow it'll be dry enough to do something with it. Yeah. But yeah, it did prove one thing, that yeah, it's watertight, at least the first few planks anyway. Yeah, there was no water leaking out of it anyway, and it was, yeah, as I said, it was, yeah, up to about here somewhere. So yeah. Anyway, leave it that like that. It's just a little bit of a tip and a hint, and basically, yeah, I hope we've seen it. Yeah, you see I've rubbed it actually again, so I'm going to touch it up. That was a couple of those ones I did knock back in, and there's some other bits that just weren't quite up to my liking. This here too, a few paint runs and things here, so I'll rub this again too. Yeah, give it another coat of lacquer, but yeah, basically it's coming up pretty reasonable. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the like if you like. Okay, bye.